Okay, I'm back for part two. Yeah, the Nuit Blanche, the all city, all night, all city art exhibit was so great. Art installations throughout the city, and it was just, awesome. And I got back really late in the morning, so that was good. I never I felt safer. I never felt threatened. They're an orderly bunch of people. I'll talk about that in a minute. On Sunday, since I got off to, I woke up a little later and got moving a little later. And I just was like, don't overcrowd your vacation. You came here to rest as well. So I did a little, I was feeling so great. I was sketching. I haven't sketched in years. I was sketching buildings. I was sketching trees and plants and flowers. I was having a great time. And I was just, I walked through some neighborhoods and it was nice. I went to, there was a flea market outside of St. Lawrence Market. If you are Canadians, Toronto natives, then you know where I was. Then I decided to go up to Eaton Center, and that is at the corner, I think, of Queen and Yonge. And I did a little shopping. It's a mall, and I tried to go to places that in the mall that they don't have here in the States. So there were stores called Roots. I went to a bookstore just to get some local Toronto magazines, and that was good. Let's see what else. And pretty much, let's see, I asked people who are native Toronto, where's a good place to eat around here, and they directed me down the street on Queen Street to a place called Queen Mother, and it was good. I had pad thai, and it was really good. Next time I go back, I'm going to spend a little more time dedicated to Queen Street and shopping and Bloor Street, and I'm going to go onto Dundas and do Kensington Market and Chinatown, and I think I'll do an area of the city in Toronto called Eglinton. I think that would be nice. Also, let's see what else. So that was my whole day Sunday, and then on Monday, again another restful day, but I went to the Toronto Islands, which is just a ferry ride. I think it was $7, and I went out there, and it's like they got a little nature preserve. Restaurants are out there, people live out there, and then out there is also a amusement park, Center Island and all of that. And I went out there and I just rode my bike, and I rented a bike out there, and I was just so happy and peaceful and blissful, I'm just so happy. And I was so happy when I was riding the bike. I was singing Julie Andrews songs from Disney movies. I was singing Doe, a deer, a female deer, Ray, a drop of golden sun. I mean, I thought I was one of the Von Trapp kids. And I was singing Chim Chimney, Chim Chimney, Chim Chimney Tree from Mary Poppins. I mean, I was just singing. I rented a bike for an hour and just biked all over the island, and it was so much fun. And when I got back off of the island, I took the ferry back, and I went to this place called Momofuku. And if anybody here is from New York, Momofuku, the one that's in New York, now they have a branch, different location in Toronto. The owners opened a Toronto version, and so it is super packed and super hard to get into Momofuku in New York. So I thought, oh, for sure it's gonna be hard to get in there, but I was kind of off schedule. I was like late for lunch. It was like 1:30, so the big lunch crowd had probably gone in and dispersed, and I was like, oh, I want to go, but I'm in my trainers, you know, my jogging pants, and I sort of had on this, something like this, and I was like, oh, I'm so close, and I don't want to, by the time I go home and put on some better clothes, it'll again be time for them for their dinner rush. And let me tell you, Momofuku was great. He did things with those vegetables, like, I've never told anybody this, but I do not like mushrooms and I do not like cucumbers, and he specializes, let me backtrack, he specializes in ramen noodle dishes. Momofuku, I think, is Japanese for Lucky Peach. And if you really want to know something about these guys, they have a magazine called Lucky Peach, Momofuku. Follow on Twitter, Facebook, yada yada yada. He made that dish, ginger scallions ramen noodles, his own homemade ramen noodles. I'm not talking about the little packs that you get at the store for like 30 cents or whatever they sell for now. He makes them himself. Can I tell you, that was like the best thing ever? The only thing that slowed me down from eating it faster was the fact that I'm not as good with the chopsticks as I am with a fork and a spoon. Excellent. I had the best time. Momofuku Toronto. David Chang. Awesome. So that is my trip to Toronto. Momofuku, ginger scallions, cucumbers, and mushrooms, and broth. That's what I could eat because I tend to eat non-beef or pork. But if you like beef or pork, you would have had even more options. So that is my trip, detailed trip, and I'm going to do one more video talking about lessons learned. So I will see you in a bit. Bye.